you can acquire your points in the following ways on the screen. Invite someone to join Daniel's Music Academy. If they are successful, you receive 100 points, equal to 2 sessions, free. Also, you can share DMA's video on Facebook. For each share, you get 1 point. And also, when we have our pop quizzes, as long as you score 100%, you get 10 points. You can accumulate your points, or you can use your points to get products here at Daniel's Music Academy, such as DVDs, music sheets, and so on. But I believe the most exciting one is the free sessions. Alright, there is no catch to it. All you need to do, invite someone to join DMA. If they successfully join, you will receive 100 points. To validate your points, simply give that person your student ID number for reference.
Call or WhatsApp 328-8926 to schedule a one-on-one conversation with Mr. Daniel Balkaran. Visit our Facebook page, Daniel's Music Academy, for more details. Have you tried learning to play a musical instrument but became frustrated in the process? Have you been struggling to learn and understand music? Are you one of those who began to learn to play an instrument but gave up because you spent a lot of time with little or no progress? Do you have a child who shows a passion for music? Do you have a passion to learn to play an instrument? Daniel's Music Academy is the place to be for learning, understanding, and applying musical knowledge effectively. Learn to play a song on your first session. Discover the fun in learning music. Master your instrument and learn to apply yourself as a soloist playing along with backing tracks. See the following video samples of students who have benefited at Daniel's Music Academy. Call or WhatsApp 328-8926 to schedule a one-on-one conversation with Mr. Daniel Balkaran. Visit our Facebook page, Daniel's Music Academy, for more details. Have you tried learning to play a musical instrument but became frustrated in the process? Have you been struggling to learn and understand music?
Hi students, hi parents. I'm inviting you to take advantage of Daniel's Music Academy all new 2021 point system. Learn for free. That's right, there is no catch to it. As you can see on the screen, 100 points gives you 2 free sessions. Each student has 20 points by default. And students, you can acquire your points in the following ways on the screen. Invite someone to join Daniel's Music Academy. If they are successful, you receive 100 points, equal to 2 sessions, free. Also, you can share DMA's video on Facebook. For each share, you get 1 point. And also, when we have our pop quizzes, as long as you score 100%, you get 10 points. You can accumulate your points, or you can use your points to get products here at Daniel's Music Academy, such as DVDs, music sheets, and so on. But I believe the most exciting one is the free sessions. Alright, there is no catch to it. All you need to do, invite someone to join DMA. If they successfully join, you will receive 100 points. To validate your points, simply give that person your student ID number for reference.
Call or WhatsApp 328-8926 to schedule a one-on-one conversation with Mr. Daniel Balkaran. Visit our Facebook page, Daniel's Music Academy, for more details. Have you tried learning to play a musical instrument but became frustrated in the process? Have you been struggling to learn and understand music? Are you one of those who began to learn to play an instrument but gave up because you spent a lot of time with little or no progress? Do you have a child who shows a passion for music? Do you have a passion to learn to play an instrument? Daniel's Music Academy is the place to be for learning, understanding, and applying musical knowledge effectively. Learn to play a song on your first session. Discover the fun in learning music. Master your instrument and learn to apply yourself as a soloist playing along with backing tracks. See the following video samples of students who have benefited at Daniel's Music Academy. Call or WhatsApp 328-8926 to schedule a one-on-one conversation with Mr. Daniel Balkaran. Visit our Facebook page, Daniel's Music Academy, for more details. Have you tried learning to play a musical instrument but became frustrated in the process? Have you been struggling to learn and understand music?
Hi students, hi parents. I'm inviting you to take advantage of Daniel's Music Academy all new 2021 point system. Learn for free. That's right, there is no catch to it. As you can see on the screen, 100 points gives you 2 free sessions. Each student has 20 points by default. And students, you can acquire your points in the following ways on the screen. Invite someone to join Daniel's Music Academy. If they are successful, you receive 100 points equal to 2 sessions free. Also, you can share DMA's video on Facebook. For each share, you get 1 point. And also, when we have our pop quizzes, as long as you score 100%, you get 10 points. You can accumulate your points, or you can use your points to get products here at Daniel's Music Academy, such as DVDs, music sheets, and so on. But I believe the most exciting one is the free sessions. Alright, there is no catch to it. All you need to do, invite someone to join DMA. If they successfully join, you will receive 100 points. To validate your points, simply give that person your student ID number for reference.
Call or WhatsApp 328-8926 to schedule a one-on-one conversation with Mr. Daniel Balkaran. Visit our Facebook page, Daniel's Music Academy, for more details. Have you tried learning to play a musical instrument but became frustrated in the process? Have you been struggling to learn and understand music? Are you one of those who began to learn to play an instrument but gave up because you spent a lot of time with little or no progress? Do you have a child who shows a passion for music? Do you have a passion to learn to play an instrument? Daniel's Music Academy is the place to be for learning, understanding, and applying musical knowledge effectively. Learn to play a song on your first session. Discover the fun.
A pleasant good night, and welcome to tonight's segment, our workshop, our music workshop. Welcome to all of you who are joining us right now on our YouTube channel. You can feel free to join the chat. Send your requests if you like to. If you have some songs that you'd like to learn. Tonight's workshop is going to be very basic, concise. It's geared towards potential students who have a passion for learning to play an instrument. Maybe you are looking at this video right now during your live or even after, and maybe there's a song that you have in mind and you would like to learn to play it one day. Because of technology today, you know, from your phone, from your tablet, you can download a free app, a piano app, a guitar app, and you can play a song. All right? And right here at Daniel's Music Academy, it's very easy to learn to play songs. So good night to those of you who are joining the chat. I'm seeing, I hope I pronounced your name good. Good night to Ninjoids. All right, and I'm seeing a request coming in here from Ninjoids, Trini Christmas. All right, got that. All right, so feel free to tell a friend about this free workshop tonight. All right, we're going to be live until 9 p.m. Maybe a little few minutes over, because my aim is to actually get you engaged in seeing how easy it is to play a song. So if you have a keyboard with you, a guitar or a STEELPAN, you can get that instrument next to you. Also, if you don't have a keyboard and you want to join us as well, you want to be part of this workshop, download a free piano app. All right, there are many. So go on the Play Store, on the App Store, type in free piano app, download it, and get yourselves ready. All right, so I'm just going to wait a minute again, and then we're going to start with tonight's segment. All right, as you all have seen in the video intros, you know, Daniel's Music Academy, we are online school, and our aim is to make music simple. All right, it's very difficult if you see music as being difficult to learn a song. But if you can see music from a perspective which is easy to comprehend, you know, even from a child at our school, from 5-year-olds, we have 5-year-olds learning full songs, we have teenagers, we have adults. All right, our oldest student is 82 years, so we range from 5 and above. All right, and our aim. All right, good night, Chad. Okay, Chad is one of our students. Good night to you, Chad, and welcome. Sure, you're going to get that note. All right, so good night to all of you who are looking. Feel free to leave a comment. So I want to make this segment as interactive as possible. If you're hearing me good, or if you're not hearing me good, as a matter of fact, feel free to let me know as well. All right, can you just post your name if you're looking right now, and so I can interact with you. All right, so on the comments you can leave a song that you'd like to learn in this segment. You can leave your name, and you can also leave on the comment what instrument you're interested in. All right, so I'm going to wait 1 minute again before we start. All right, I'm not seeing the names on the comments, but I'm seeing some of you registered as numbers viewing, so I'm unable to call out your name. But if you leave it on the comment, I'll be sure to do that. So tonight's workshop is geared to paint a picture of how simple it is to learn a song and to understand music. Tonight we are focusing on 3 instruments: the keyboard or piano, guitar, and STEELPAN. However, at Daniel's Music Academy, we offer classes in keyboard, guitar, STEELPAN, violin, drums, vocals. All right. So good night to the Nandram family. Good night, Miss Carol and Mr. Bobby Cyan. Good night to Cassie and Innes. All right. Good night to Darren Didia. All right. Who's hoping to learn a song on his keyboard. All right. All right. Nice. Welcome, Darren. All right. So sure, you can place your request on the comment, as I stated, and I'll be sure that tonight you all will get some notes. As you can see at the front of my desk, there's a whiteboard. I'm going to put some notes there shortly for you all. All right, so let's get started with tonight's workshop. All right. So music, everyone can understand music in some way, right? Music is something that the entire world has in common. It's a universal language, and everybody appreciates music. I don't think there is anybody, might be, but I think everyone appreciates music. Right? Everybody could relate to music because music is something that connects to us in our subconscious. Right? Every one of us has a favorite song, if not one, many. And music really connects us in a different realm, if you were to say. But tonight, music is something, as I want to explain to you, in simple terms, music is made up of vibrations, sound, and everybody, I believe, has music within them. If you could hum a song, if you could hum a tune, if you could sing a song, then you have music inside of you. And the instruments help you to bring out that music effectively, just like a workman's tools or a doctor's tools. Say a carpenter. The important person is the carpenter. His tools are what help him to accomplish his job. So, as I said, everybody has music within them. Right? We were made like that. That's why we could all kind of relate to music in different ways, but we can relate to music. But the instruments are just the tools that can bring out the music from us. Right? If you could sing, if you could hum a tune, then the music is inside of you. All right, so that being said, we have many musical instruments in the world. All right, I'm sure you can name some. But there are two main types of instrument. Did you know that? Well, for my current students who are on will know that. But for those of you who are looking and it's your first time, I'm going to point out to you my first tip here. There are two types. There are two main types of musical instruments, as you can see that on my screen shortly. My current students, you all who are listening and looking on, you all can feel free to put the answer to that point on the comments. What are the two main types of instruments? There are two main types of instruments in this world. Just two types. There are many instruments, right? There are many musical instruments, all right? But there are two types. What are the two types of musical instruments? All right, good night to Michaela Harikisoon. Good night to you, welcome. And I'm seeing your song request. Nice. Definitely. All right. So everyone who placed a request, you're going to get the notes for those songs. So, what are the two main types of instruments? Anybody could tell me? Before I put it on the board? All right, so, and I believe this is Trini, Melodic, and Percussive. All right, that's right. So there are two main types of instruments. Good job, Trini. So the first type is the instrument that plays melody, the instrument that plays tune. What is a tune? A tune is something you could hum. For example, if I were to sing Happy Birthday to You, I would sing Happy Birthday to you, Happy Birthday to you. But if I were to hum it, I would be like this. Right? And everybody could hum a tune. So what we hum, that's called the melody. And there are instruments that can do that job. What are some instruments that can play melody? Well, the keyboard, the piano, guitar, violin, trumpet. You can name a few as well. The banjo, mandolin, saxophone. All these instruments can play tunes. So that's the first category. That's the first type of musical instrument. All right. And the second type is an instrument that could only play a rhythm or a beat, a drum beat or beat pattern. The second type of instrument cannot play a tune. Can you all name any instrument that cannot play a tune? Well, for example, a shak-shak just goes like this. Doesn't make any tune, right? A drum, any type of drums, right? They could just play beats or rhythm, but you cannot get any tune from them. So if you were to play a tune on the keyboard or on the guitar without even saying the words, singing the words, somebody could identify. If I were to play Happy Birthday on the keyboard or the guitar or the STEELPAN. But if I were to play Happy Birthday on the shak-shak or the drums, nobody will know what song is that unless I tell them. Right? Unless you tell them. So that's the difference. The first type of instrument is called melodic, and the second type is called percussive instruments. So let's put that on the board. So the first type is called melodic, which plays a tune. And percussive, which plays a rhythm. All right, so let's upbeat the board. All right, so these instruments now, we form songs. So a song basically is comprised of melody and rhythm. Most songs, not all, but most songs have a drum beat, have instruments like the shak-shak or the tambourine within them, the drum set. Along with the drum beat, we have instruments like the piano, which is present in almost every song. We have strings like violin, we have trumpet, saxophone, and so on, right? So basically a song is melody and rhythm combined, all right? So that being said, let's move on to focusing on each instrument now. So let's focus on the keyboard. The keyboard is just mainly black and white. There's a new kind of keyboard that has come out into the market called the C-board, and everything on the keyboard is black. But the traditional keyboard, like the piano, is made up of black and white keys, right? So let me see if I can draw a diagram of the keyboard. Now, I know my current students are already accustomed to this. All right, so you'll be with me a few minutes. I'm going to give you all the notes for your song shortly. And this video will be available after the live as well. so that persons who have not been active in any instruments, persons who would like to learn to play an instrument, they can go back to this video and learn some things from. Alright, so the keyboard is made up of groups of black keys and white keys, right? Can anybody put on the chat, and this will be on the chat for the benefit of the newcomers as well, what are the black keys called on the keyboard? What are the black keys called? The black keys are called sharps, right? I'm just updating my whiteboard again for the benefit of the newcomers on melodic and percussive instruments. So a melodic instrument, just to go back there for a minute, plays melody. What is a melody? A melody is a tune, something that you can hum. And percussion or rhythm refers to a beat, right? So let me update my board here. All right. So melodic instrument plays melody. Melody is a tune. And percussive instrument plays rhythm. Rhythm is like a beat or a drum pattern. And the difference between a percussive and melodic instrument is that a percussive instrument cannot play a tune. That's how you will know the difference. So once the instrument can play a tune, it's not percussive. For example, a steel pan. We also call steel pan a steel drum. Can a steel drum play a tune? Yes. So therefore, it's arguable in some cases. Some people will say, well, it's still a percussive instrument, but can it play a tune? Once it could play a tune, then I will class that as melodic. All right, so moving on. Yes, Michaela, that's correct. So sharps or flats, the black keys on the keyboard are called sharps or flats. Now, sharps and flats basically mean the same thing. So let me pull up a diagram here of the keyboard and explain that further. Right. Then we're going to get onto the guitar, and then we're going to get onto the steel pan, and then we're going to work on your song requests. All right. For those who are new, I just want to give you all a little background on how to understand how do we go about reading the notes, because I'm going to place the notes for the songs that you all request. But for the newcomers who would like to learn these same songs, I want you all to understand some things on the instruments. For example, on the keyboard, the sharps and the flats. Where's the note C? All right. What are the names of the keys on the keyboard? And the guitar, where to press, and where's the frets, and so on. What are the names of the strings? And on the steel pan, basically, where the notes are and high and low. All right. So let's get on with the keyboard diagram. Now, keyboard diagram is very easy to draw. We have two black keys that are very close together, and then there's a space, and then we have three black keys that are close together. And these three black keys are called sharps, right? We can call them flats too. The difference between sharps and flats is, in music theory, sharp refers to one pitch higher, and flat refers to a pitch lower. All right. So sharp means, as the word implies, sharper sound, and flat means a flatter sound. So in music, on the keyboard, let's say, the sharp would refer to the note after, and the flat would refer to the note before. All right, so for example, after the note C, the black key after C will be C sharp, but after C and C sharp we have the note D. So that same note that is C sharp could also be called D flat. So let's pull up the diagram and explain. Now, when you look at a keyboard and there are no letters on it, no keys marked out, at first glance it will be like confusing, right, for the normal person. How can anyone know how to play a song when they have no clue? All the keys look the same, a whole set of black keys, a whole set of white keys. How do I ever get to understand this? Well, it's very simple, because it's based on a pattern. Right, and once you understand the pattern, that's all there is to it, a pattern. Right, so let's pull up the keyboard diagram. Yeah. All right, so we see a group of black and white keys. Good night to Miss Salima Mohammed. Good night to you, and welcome. Don't forget, you can also leave your song request. As I remind you and everyone else, you know, this workshop has been designed for total beginners. So you all would think that the first few minutes of this workshop is based on things that you already know. That is correct. But I need your help. So when you ask certain things, you can feel free to answer, as everyone did just now, so that the newcomers who will be looking at this video after the live can learn and benefit. This video will be on our YouTube channel after the live for reference. So just in a few minutes we're going to learn. Everyone has the option to send me a song request, and I'll be giving you the notes. So we're kind of like, I'm giving a background on each instrument, the basics on it, so that beginners can know how to go about playing songs. Good night to Ms. Annie Lalu. Good night to you. Welcome. Good to have you all on board tonight. Alright, this is the first time I'm actually going live on YouTube for the purpose of the music school, and I think it's a good experience so far. Trust that you all are hearing me well. If you're having any problems hearing me, feel free to let me know as well. Alright, so let's get back to the keyboard basics. So we have a group of black and white keys, the two close ones, and then three keys close by together as well. Wherever the two black keys are on the keyboard, okay, thanks Ms. Salima for that feedback. Alright, thank you. I'm glad to know that you all are seeing and hearing well. So wherever you see the group of two black keys on the keyboard close by, you have to look out for the note C. All right, now in music we have letters, like a musical alphabet, in which we use to identify the different sounds. All right, that's important. We have a musical alphabet. So let me get to that shortly. I'm going to label the keyboard starting from C. Wherever you see the group of two black keys, wherever you see those two black keys, the white key just before is C. So underneath the screen, I'm going to write down some letters here. So I'm going to actually write down the musical alphabet. Shortly you'll see it on the screen. Right. Okay, so let's put that up. All right. All right, so you can see that on the screen. So any part of the keyboard, if you have if you see a long piano in a store somewhere and you don't even see any letters marked out, any labels, just look for the group of 2 black keys repeating themselves all over the keyboard, and the white note just before that is C. Right? So now the red notes underneath, the red letters, are the letters of the musical alphabet. You will see some letters repeating themselves with hashtags. Those hashtags are what we call sharps in music, right? So after A, in the musical alphabet, we have A sharp, then B, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, just like as you see on the screen. So where that green C is, the black note would be a sharp, right? We'll get to flats later on, but let's refer to them as sharps. After C, we have C sharp. Then we have the white key will be D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A, A sharp. I'll label it quickly as we move along. Pretty straightforward so far. If you all have any questions, you could feel free to ask. So let's label the white keys first. So C, D, all the white keys first. C, D, E, F, G, A, and B. And the black keys, after C we have C sharp. After D we have D sharp. After E there is no black key, so therefore we have no D, we have no E sharp, right? So after F we have F sharp. The G, G sharp, A, A sharp. All right. Let's put that up on the screen for everyone to see. So, for those of you new students or first time beginners, you're looking at this video during the live or after, and you have a keyboard but you don't have the labeled notes, you can look at this diagram here and you could write them out. Now whenever I give you all songs, this must be a foundation. You must already know where to find these notes. So it's very good that you could label your keyboard with a marker or tape or something. Alright, so this is a diagram for the keyboard shortly. The songs that have been requested, I'll be giving the notes for them, and you'll follow this diagram to find them. Now we're moving on to guitar, and then we go to steel pan. So the guitar, well, we know there are different types of guitars, right? We have the electric guitar, then we have the acoustic guitar, or we call it the box guitar, then we have the bass guitar, and so on. But the guitar we're working on tonight is the electric or the box guitar. It's the same. Now some guitars have 5 strings, some guitars have 4 strings, but the standard guitar, some guitars even have 7 and 8 strings, but the standard guitar has 6 strings. And that's the guitar we're going to discuss tonight, the guitar basics. Now in music we have the musical alphabet, which is widespread, universal across all instruments, whether it's a trumpet, the flute, the saxophone, the keyboard. The musical alphabet is common in all these instruments. And what is the purpose of the musical alphabet? The purpose of the musical alphabet is for us to identify the different sounds. Alright? In music there is something called scales, which we would know, everybody will know, like in this form, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. And a scale is basically the backbone of music. Alright, we say in our module 1 syllabus, a scale is the road for music to travel. Right, music is based on scales, and if you could understand the sound of do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, that's basically what a scale is. And the letters of the musical alphabet are designed to link us to these parts of the scale, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, on every instrument that plays melody, of course, like keyboard, guitar, a violin, trumpet. That's why when we have an orchestra playing, even though these instruments are different, why do they sound good together? Because they play similar notes, or even the same notes at times. And if they're not playing the same notes, they're playing notes that blend well together. So, moving on now to the guitar. Now there are 6 strings in the standard guitar, and we can find these strings represent the musical notes as well. Alright, so let's draw up a diagram quickly of the guitar. So when I give you all the notes to play, it will be easy by learning how to understand the guitar notation, and how to read the notes from the guitar. So, getting ready in a couple of minutes to give you all the notes for your songs that you all requested. Now, those of you who are my students and you requested a song, I will send you the full song on email, right? So I wouldn't post the whole song on the screen now, but I'll send you it on email. I will post part of the songs on the screen, and for the purpose of the beginners and the newcomers, those who are looking on a video for the first time, don't know how to play a song, they can use the parts of the songs and relate it to the instruments. And you will get your full song on email, since I have your email already. So, for those of you interested in guitar, new viewers and current viewers, there's an easy way to remember the names of the strings, and it goes like this. Everybody gets dessert after eating. Right, the first letter of each word is the clue in finding these notes. So, alright, guitar diagram coming up shortly, just designing it here. I got a lot of questions from students in the past. What is the difference between an electric guitar and a box guitar? Can anyone tell me on chat? Those of you who are my current students, I got a question a lot. What is the difference? Is it the same? Can we play it the same way? Can I apply the same knowledge of the guitar on both? Does it work the same way? I want to hear what you all have to say on that before I actually explain it. Alright, so here we have the guitar diagram. Alright, so, alright, I'm seeing Miss Roslyn has a request. Right, I'm seeing the request coming in. Thanks for sending in those requests. Alright, I know we are approaching the Christmas season and everyone has a couple of favorite songs, and it would be nice for you all to learn them for this season, right? So, 1 second. Alright, so guitar students, as you can see here, the size of the strings, E, B, G, D, E, A, the first E, which is red E, starts on the tenor string, and that's the bottom string on the guitar. Then the top string, which is also E, the blue E, that's the fattest string. All right, and we have spaces where we press. The black lines are called frets. We don't press on the frets, but we press the spaces in between. That's important to know. So space 1, space 2, space 3, space 4, and you keep going on like that. When you're playing a song, this is how the notes will be given. For example, if I want you to play the E string, on the first space, I will put E1. If I want you to play the third space, or if the song requires you to play that third space on the B string, you will see on the notes B3. So I'll demonstrate it just now. Alright, so that's it for the guitar diagram. And then the steel pan, let's get to the steel pan quickly. The steel pan that we're doing today is the tenor, all right? That's the most popular pan where people play songs on, the tenor pan. All right, and basically the tenor pan would start on the biggest note on the pan would either be C or D. All right, so we're discussing the lead C now. We call this the low C tenor pan. The biggest note is C, and then it repeats. We have smaller notes on the pan, which are what we call an octave higher. So what does that mean? Basically, I have to share my screen here to show you all. Just a minute. I'm going to pull that up. And well, the steel pan is our national instrument, as everybody would know. I think I like the steel pan. I think it's really nice. So we have steel pan. All right, so just drawing in some notes here. All right, so I'm gonna drawing it not so professional, but just to give you an idea of what I'm talking about. You will see on the diagram, and of course you can Google the notes as well to know the exact label. Okay, so here we have a kind of vague diagram of a steel pan. So the outside notes are bigger, and the inside notes are smaller, which would sound more high pitched. The bigger notes sound more low pitched, and to demonstrate, to indicate the low notes, when I give notes for the steel pan, I use a code, a color code. Blue refers to blue notes, big notes, and red refers to the small notes, because we have the same letters repeating themselves, right? Just like the keyboard and the guitar, we have the letters of the musical alphabet will repeat, but in different octaves, or what we call it, high pitches and low pitches. So the big notes on the steel pan are the low pitches, and I use blue letters to represent those notes, and red letters to represent the small notes. All right, so I'm reading a comment from Mr. Bobby, who says he's explaining the guitars for me. He says a box guitar has a heavier body and thicker neck. Electric guitar has lighter strings, smaller body, and thinner necks. That is correct, and Mr. Bobby can say that because he owns an electric guitar and a box guitar, so he knows exactly what he's talking about. So that's correct, Mr. Bobby. Thank you for that information. And he also said electric can be amplified, but box cannot. Yes, that is also correct. So the electric guitar, you could plug it into an amplifier and it will sound loud as you would like it to sound in a sound system. The regular box guitar cannot, but there is you can put a mic next to it, or there is what we call the semi-acoustic or the electric box, which comes with is a box guitar, but you can also jack it into a sound system. All right, so let's get started with these songs. All right, we just have a couple minutes, but I'm gonna demonstrate what I did today with the songs that you all asked for. So let's start. Let's see the requests here. All right, so first request I got was Trini Christmas, and because we already in the topic of steel pan, and that's Chad, who's a pan student, I'm gonna give Chad the notes there for the chorus. All right. Now, one thing also to note is that every song has a special scale. Talking about the original song, and also every song can be transposed. So, for example, a singer with a certain range, a vocal range, who can go very high, who releases a song, if somebody else wants to sing that song, maybe you or me, we may not be able to go that high. So we can transpose the song and play it just as nice, but with lower pitches. Some of my students, you all will know what I'm talking about. So I just said that to say this, I will be giving you all the notes for your songs based on the key of C major. All right. So Trini Christmas is the best. All right, I like that song. So let's put the notes for that. As I said, Chad, you'll get the full notes on email. Everyone, all my students will get the full notes. So I'm putting the chorus here. And also, keyboard students, this could work fine for you as well. If you use the same notes, it will work. All right. Trini Christmas is the best. All right. So, Trini Christmas is the best. Okay, let's type the letters here. Right, and Chad, if you have your pan with you, you can also try it. I'm placing the chorus, and I'm also placing the musical piece that I usually play with the flute. And quickly, as we move along, I'm going to give each person their song that they requested on the board. Sample. For newcomers, you all can try these notes on the instruments and play them, test them out. All right, so we have chorus. And we have music intro. All right. How many of you are excited for our concert that's coming up? It's going to also be on YouTube. Alright. This is like the first time I'm coming on YouTube, so it's a different experience for me because I'm accustomed using Zoom for classes. It's nice. It's a nice platform because it's, you know, everybody all across the world likes YouTube, right? They view YouTube, they use YouTube. So we're gonna do some more of this in the coming year, new year. Alright, I'm looking forward for the concert. I hope you are excited too. I know everyone has a performance to do and a lot of activities. So here's the STEELPAN notes for Trini Christmas as requested, Chad. Just the basic notes, and you're going to get the full one in email. So I will guide you along it here. So chorus, Trini Christmas is the best, is the best, is the best. Those are the notes there. Alright, and you can play it on your pan and you can hear them. And then the music interlude is where the flute piece goes. Bam, ba, da, bam, 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 bam. That's the one underneath. Alright, so moving along with the other requests as well. Let's see. We have Mr. Cassian Innes. I didn't see any song requests from you, but if you want, you can leave the request now, and I'll be sure to put the notes for you up. Michaela wants to learn Go Tell It on the Mountain. So I'm going to put up the notes there for Go Tell It on the Mountain, and that's for keyboard. It could also work for STEELPAN. So let's put that up. Alright, my wife is singing it in the background here. Go Tell It on the Mountain. You can hear it from here. Alright, so on the keyboards, we also have a code when we use left and right hands. And you all would know, my keyboard students, the left hand will be used with green to indicate what notes for the left hand, and then red for the right hand. For this one, I'm just going to put the right hand version, and Michaela, you'll get the full notes on email. So here we go. So newcomers, you want to try out this and see how easy it is on your keyboard. Download a free piano app. Follow the diagrams as I put on the board with the letters. Label your keyboard if you have a physical one, or take a note of it. Take a picture, a snapshot, and follow the letters, and you'll see how easy the songs will be. Alright, so let's put up the chorus here of Go Tell It on the Mountain. Alright, so here we have it. Alright, this is the chorus, and of course you're going to get the full notes on email. Any of you newcomers, you're looking at this video afterwards, someone shared it and you came across it, and you also would like the full songs, you can also leave your email on the comments, and I'll be sure to send them to you. Alright? Alright, so let's check out some more songs. We have, or Mr. Cassian said, Laughing children. Laughing children? Okay, sure. So, I'm going to put laughing children now on the board. It's going to work for keyboard and STEELPAN. Alright, so okay, so here's Laughing Children up on the screen in a minute. Okay, so Laughing Children. If you want to take a screenshot of it, like to play now, you can do so. Also, you could you'll get the whole song on email if you want to learn the whole song. All right, so moving along. Let's see. Good night to Jaden. Good night, Jaden Budram. Welcome. My newest drum student and also one of my oldest keyboard students. He's not old, but he's one of my longest keyboard students. He started from scratch and he's playing like a pro now. Alright, so Miss Roslyn has a song request, Give Love on Christmas Day. And I think this is the song you're talking about. Why don't you give love on Christmas Day? That's the one, right? Okay, so I'm going to put the chorus. Alright, so here are the two lines that repeat on that song as the chorus. Alright, give love on Christmas Day. And let's see. Okay, great. Alright, so does anyone have any questions? You can feel free to send it on the comments now. Alright, thank you all for your assistance, all my students who supported this first workshop. In the coming new year, we're going to have more and different types for basic and advanced as well. We're going to have songwriting workshops. We're going to have music production workshops. As the advanced students who are in Module 2 go into Module 3, some of them ask me, what's the next step? All right, so for the sake of everyone who's listening and even the newcomers, those who are hearing this for the first time, who are now hearing about DMA, we have 3 modules which we cover here in our syllabus, in our music curriculum. Module 1, each module consists of theory and practical parts of the music, right? So you're learning about the music and you're also applying it in practical. So module 1 is the basic that everyone who starts off with us, they complete that syllabus and have to write an exam. Most of you all did the exam already, if not all, and everyone did well, excelled. Module 1 is basically understanding instrument, the musical alphabet, and everything needed to form a song. Because for the test, module 1 test, each one of you had to play a song, right? For you all to pass the test. So module 1, that's the first category of the student placement, and then those who have passed module 1 move on to module 2, which is the intermediate level, which combines everything that was learned in module 1 and it's expanded. Everything in module 1 is expanded further, and the focus is basically understanding the structure of a song. You know, have you listened to a song on the radio or maybe YouTube and you wonder, how can I just learn this song on my own? What do I need to do to figure out these notes? For example, when you all ask me for notes in class, and off the bat, even tonight, I was able to give you the notes for the songs that you ask on the spot. I never planned, you all never asked me this before the class. During the workshop, you all requested the song, and I was able to give you the notes off my head. How? So many students, I spoke to them about this already and explained that module 2 is the introduction of getting you to understand the structure of a song, so that one day you will also be able to develop that skill of figuring out a song on your own, coming up with the notes from the top of your head, understanding it. Alright? And then once you complete module 1 and module 2, we move on to module 3, which basically is everything again from module 1 and 2, expanded, but not only expanded. Module 3 is focused really on completing a song. You have to form an original song. Module 3 entails forming an original song. You have to come up with all the parts, the chords, the scales, the melody, how it's going to be played, the rhythm. That's what module 3 is. Alright, so remember, you all who are learning music, and those of you potential students, those of you who are just curious and you want to know, more about music and learning songs, remember, everything you learn in music, it comes down to one thing: a song. The song is the final product. Alright, so here at Daniel's Music Academy, we want you to understand the entire structure of a song from beginning to end. How to play songs, how to learn songs, but also how to compose your own song. So that's where we're ending up. And after module 3, those who would move on with us after module 3, we're going to get into the actual production of a song, putting tracks together, using software, building beats, and that sort of thing, recording, and so on. All right. If we look on YouTube, I'm sure everyone has favorite musicians, right? I particularly have some favorite ones, like the violin. I look at this little girl called Carolina Presenko, and she's an inspiration, because when I look at how nice she plays, and she plays the violin, and she sings as well. But what makes her music stand out, one of the main ingredients, is the backing tracks. She plays along with beats. She doesn't just play the songs by herself. She plays with backing music, and most professional musicians who are what we call soloists. For example, a soloist is a person who plays an instrument, and they come like a one-man band. So they have either a flash drive or a MP3 player or something playing the background music, and they are playing like the flute or the saxophone or the violin, even the piano, and they sound like a complete band. Many students, I've talked to them already, and you all I'm speaking to, that's something nice for you all to get into. Maybe not as a business, but maybe for fun. Maybe you can start your own channel in the future. But because of the pandemic, we all have to be looking for ways to do things online. I would have said, well, you could prepare yourself to perform in a concert, in a live theater or something. But now we have to look at ways in which we can go forward, and we have to work with the situations we are given, right? So I'm just giving you all some tips here to look at. In the future, you could probably start your channel, and you can be incorporated in our channel as well, being as a soloist. So like songs you're learning to play, the final product is not just you playing that song, is you have to be able to play it with an orchestra. And in this instance, in this case, the orchestra will be like a backing track. So Chad is one of my PAN students who he knows to play with musical tracks now. As a matter of fact, I'm working on some tracks for Chad right now. All right, so look at any professional musician on YouTube and on the internet. They play with a band, or they play with either a band or a backing track, and that's what makes them stand out. If you listen to an instrument by itself without any other instrument or backing track, it will not sound as good. Remember, we are all part of a whole. All right, so as they will also say, they say teamwork makes the dream work, and it's the same with music. One instrument by itself might sound nice, but when it's blended with the rest, it sounds great. All right, so getting ready to wrap up, and I did not forget you all. I will send you all on email. Sending you all the full songs, but I would just like to tell you tonight before we go. Don't give up in your musical journey. I need you to have a vision. You need to see yourself 2 years from now, 3 years from now, a year, 5 years. You must have an aim, right? We all learning music, but you must have an aim where you want to see yourself in some months or years to come. And I'm giving you all some tips here. 2 tips actually. One is that you must see yourself as being able to play your songs fluently. And secondly, you must be able to know to apply that you've learned, the song you've learned, to play along with a backing track. And from that now, you can get into making videos and recording and stuff, and making the musical dream come to pass, right? Many people can be, will be blessed, will be happy to hear you play an instrument, and people can be inspired. Maybe one day you can be teaching others how to play as well. All right, so is there any questions you will have? You could feel free to send it on the chat as we get ready to wrap up. Just to conclude, just want to summarize what we covered today. Today's workshop has been geared towards beginners, newcomers, first-timers who are curious about learning to play songs, of all age groups. So we covered the instruments: keyboard, guitar, steel pan. We covered the basics of each instrument, how to go about identifying the notes on them. We covered on the keyboard where the sharps are, the black keys, the white keys, how to identify where C is on the keyboard, and then we label the entire keyboard. On the guitar, we covered the diagram of the 6 strings, and from the thinnest string to the fattest string, and we had the letters marked out, and an easy way to remember these strings, the string names. Everybody gets dessert after eating. The first letter of each word: every, E for every, B for body, G for gets, D for dessert, A for after, and then E again for eating. And those are the strings in that order, starting from the bottom string going up to the top. And thirdly, on the steel pan, we covered a brief diagram, and I explained that the big keys, the big notes, refer to the low pitches, the low sounds, and the small notes refer to the high pitch. And whenever I'm giving notes on the steel pan, I have a code, a color code. Blue notes refer to the big notes, the blue letters, and the red letters refer to the small notes. All right, so We've come to the end of tonight's segment. Thank you all for joining with me, all my students and newcomers. And if you have any questions, feel free. You all could send a message on our WhatsApp number 328. I'm leaving it here. If you have any questions. Leaving it on the comments here. All right. Okay. All right, so it was nice having you all. All right, and looking forward to see you all again in your next scheduled classes. And I'm going to send you all the songs that you request in full. Have a good night, everyone. And looking forward to have more of these times. Looking forward for the next event we're going to have here at Daniel's Music Academy. Our last class for the year will be the Saturday, the 11th of December, followed by our grand concert, which is going to be held on the 12th. All right, so tell a friend, tell someone to look out. Have a good night, everyone. Bye-bye. See you all. All right.
Have you tried learning to play a musical instrument but became frustrated in the process? Have you been struggling to learn and understand music?
Hi students, hi parents. I'm inviting you to take advantage of Daniel's Music Academy all new 2021 point system. Learn for free. That's right, there is no catch to it. As you can see on the screen, 100 points gives you 2 free sessions.